way to start a video. Welcome to Table Knots. My name is Max.
I'm Doolin.
And today we're going to talk
That was
to you
weird.
about... I'm Doolin.
I'm Doolin.
And today we're going to walk you through our monthly recap. We're going to talk about every single game we've played, with whom, whether we won, and of course a little mini review along with it. Now, please check the timestamps. Skip to that below if that's all you're interested in. However, if you want to see what we are doing on our channel to steadily work on improving it and bringing you higher quality content, stick around for the next 90 seconds or so. So, Doolin, we have officially launched a Patreon. The link is going to be in the description below.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's surprising. I know, I've handled the majority of it.
You have.
But we've officially launched a Patreon. This is not only to be able to produce some content that we didn't think should really go on the main channel, but also, obviously, for some financial support. We understand that not everyone may want to do that or be willing to do that and or able to do that, and that's totally fine.
We get it.
Do not feel pressured in any way, shape, or form to click on that link and support us monetarily. We really just appreciate your likes and comments and supportive behavior in the comments below. It's really the driving force behind this channel. However, if you would like to support us with money monetarily and allow us to buy camera, better lighting, more board games, do bigger and better things for you, Patreon's the way to do it.
Yeah, really, if you just want to invest in what we're doing, if you think that what we're doing is good and you think that we can do better, we'd love to see you partner with us and join. And on top of that, there's some really cool stuff that you get access to.
Yeah, we absolutely think so. We're not going to spend too much time on this. We just wanted to kind of talk to you about it briefly, let you know it is a thing. We're going to link it down in the description below, and if you choose to go sign up, we really do appreciate that. And if you look at the page and say, hey, this isn't enough value for me, or hey, I don't like this, let us know. We want to hear your feedback. This is new to us, and I'm sure it's probably new to many of you as well. So if you look at it and have any kind of feedback you want to deliver to us, just let us know down in the comments, email us, private message us, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But thank you for your support, whether it be on Patreon or just in the comments or on social media. We really do appreciate it, and you are the driving force behind Table Knots. So thank you so much. Now, on to what we played this month. I went ahead and screenshotted everything from my BG Stats app and sent it over to Doolin. He's got his own.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And this has been a weird month. We're going to go ahead and point that out right away.
Especially
Doolin and I have probably met up 3 times, maybe 4.
It's been a few more.
A few more than that? You think so? Okay, I could be wrong. Yeah.
The thing is, there's like just been a whole lot of life things that's happened for me.
You're
not
moving.
Not bad.
No, you're moving.
I'm moving.
He's leaving me. Table Knots is ending.
Yeah, no. I'm moving maybe 7 or 8 minutes down the road.
Yeah, farther away.
Farther away. But you never have to drive, so you won't even notice.
That's true. I might now. You might have a better studio.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see. So we're moving, and on top of that, we had vacation at one point. On top of that, my sister just got married. On top of that, there was a funeral that was sad, but I don't know why I ended out of the big life things that happened. Anyway, a lot of things that required my attention.
He's also just annoyed with me in general. Just wanted to
Max,
take a moment to get away.
I needed some time away. No, I love Max. But I'm glad to finally, hopefully, slow down with those things. We're not fully moved yet, but everything that was tough about getting ready to move in this market is hopefully over. On top of that, though, this has been a great month for me for solo games. I've found times to play games that I've never played before that have a solo variant.
Which is really interesting to me because I almost made a video on this recently. I don't really play solo games like ever.
I'd
like to.
This month.
Yeah, I'd like to because I have a video up that you've probably already seen if you've watched our video. This came out on Tuesday that I don't play enough games. Like, I need to play more games. So solo is a good opportunity for me there, especially for things like Spirit Island that I love so dearly. But it's just not something I've really explored yet.
It's great, too, because, and we can do this in a whole other video, but I love that, for one, it's all about me enjoying it.
Right.
Like, there's a certain element of when you're a host, you're trying to get everybody else to enjoy it, and you can enjoy that they're enjoying. But when you play a solo game, there's nothing else to do but enjoy the game. And you either enjoy it or you hate it. It honestly helps me be more critical. Because I'm less...
focusing on your enjoyment only.
Exactly.
Right.
But yeah.
There have been many games that we both know that we've played that we liked but didn't love, but the people around us really loved, and we were like, well, that's a good game. I mean, I love it, but I like it enough, and they like it a lot, so.
And on top of that, I often associate the people that I'm hanging around with the game that I played. So, like, I might not enjoy the game as much, but I enjoyed the company.
Yeah.
And so I have these fond memories of
A
this
higher
game.
thought. Yeah, exactly. A fonder memory about it. Okay, well, let's
Whereas I
skip
hate
that.
my own company.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that. I get that. Let's go ahead and dive right into what we've played in June. So.
Oh yeah, you need my
I do.
my phone, don't you?
I do. I don't have anything.
So do you want to go first?
Sure.
Since you have way more. You have five.
I'll go first.
Pictures.
Of 5. I think
games?
it was just 3. These are yours, buddy.
Oh, I took pictures of mine.
Yeah, it's 3-2.
Oh, wow.
Good try. Good try though. Okay, so starting on Tuesday, June 1st, I played the Quacks of Quedlinberg with you,
Yeah, you
Danielle,
did. I
and
forgot.
Emily.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the 1st of June. We've actually spoken about this in a recent video as well. But we had a really good time with Quacks of Quedlinberg.
Loved
it's
it.
another game that I love so dearly. I was talking to you about it before that play that I included it in my top 10, and I wasn't so sure if I felt like it belonged there anymore, because it had been a while since I played.
Yeah.
I can confirm, I do still think it's going to belong there. What were your immediate thoughts on Quacks of Quedlinberg?
First of all, the other games we had played that night, I got destroyed.
Which we'll talk about those
so
too
much
in a second.
so
Yeah.
that
Yes, Doolin won Quacks of Quedlinberg.
I did when
Had a very nice strategy.
I did. I bought only mushrooms and
only
pumpkins.
pumpkins, yeah.
It was fantastic. The
It
whole
was pretty
time.
great.
I just every time we were doing like the bag draw thing, I was just like cackling as
Yeah.
I pulled out more pumpkins and more mushrooms that affect one another. It was great. I genuinely, and we talked about it in the last video, didn't think I would like it very much, and came away thinking this is a really fun, lightweight strategy game that I think is extremely approachable for all kinds of families. And yeah,
Okay.
I loved it.
And that was a night for us.
I'm talking way too much about these.
That's okay.
We're gonna go really
well,
fast.
once we get to duplicates, it won't matter.
Yeah.
This was the night that we played with Emily and you, and then our next game, well, actually, this was prior to Quacks, technically, was Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza.
Yep.
Which is just a really simple card game. We've talked on it on the channel before, but he had not played it. It's a really animated, like you literally have to groundhog, gorilla, narwhal, slap the table.
Yeah.
People are like scratching each other. It's a great game. But what did you think about it?
I liked it somewhat. I will say Emily loved
Right,
this
Emily
game.
really liked it.
She so much so that we went on vacation that next week. We bought it. She was like, we have to buy this before we go.
Did you
And
take my copy?
We played it. I don't think so.
I thought you took my second copy.
No, you're over there.
I got one, yeah, but I have 2 copies.
Oh.
I thought you took my other copy. Maybe he didn't. Maybe you did buy it.
I think maybe both. I don't know. We'll find out when we move.
Sounds good.
It's probably both in a box somewhere.
Regardless.
Anyway, we love this game, and or she loves this game. I like it enough. I'm really bad at it.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, it's like
I
really,
won
really
this
bad
one.
at it. But I love that she loves it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And then another silly party game that very same night we played Anomia Party Edition, which Anomia is another wild and wacky party game where you have cards in front of you with a title and a symbol, and when the symbols match up to someone else, you have to shout out what their card says, like professional basketball player or
Type of plant.
Type of plant, yes. And so once your symbols match, I have to say LeBron James before you say weed.
Hibiscus.
Or something. I meant like the weed, not weed, but whatever.
I mean, they're both plants.
That's true, exactly. But yeah, just another raucous party game. What do you think about that one?
It was good. Again, horrible at it.
Danielle won this one.
Yeah, and again, got made fun of for how bad I was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it though.
I really like it.
I love games like that. I'm horrible at them always, but I think that they're really great icebreaker games.
Yeah. It's just
So,
yelling at each other and playing games together. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
June 3rd, we played Biblios together.
We did play Biblios.
We played Biblios together. I love Biblios. It was in my top 20. That was your first time playing Biblios. Biblios is a really super simple game with a really terrible theme in which
Extremely
you
simple
are
card game.
drawing 3 cards, or whatever, in a 2-player game. You're drawing 3 cards, you're keeping one, giving one away, and putting one in the auction pile, but you don't draw 3 and do that. You draw 1 at a time. So if I like my first card and I keep it, but then the second card is great, and I put it in the auction pile, but then the third card is also great, and I have to give it to you, and that sucks. Biblios is a really great game. I
think it's great because the whole game, if you've done the pulling correctly, you think you're going to win. Like, I fully expected to win going into the final round.
It was
close. You ended up beating me, but I had that, like, I don't know, the whole time I felt like I was working well towards something, even though it was my first time playing. And I immediately ended, and when you beat me, I was like, I want to play again. Because I was so, like, I understood the strategy very quickly, and it's so simple, but so fun.
Yeah,
great
Biblios is great. And next we played Skulking with me, you, Sean, and Amber,
Amber,
and then also Jesse and Shira jumped in too at the end there. Kind of took over me. It was like a 3-player in Skulking, but this is another one that I heard so many great things about, but not one that I really expected to like as much as I did. I thought I'd enjoy it, but trick taking is not something I'm really super fond of yet. Skulking was great. I bought it that night. I mean, I was playing the game.
And I would have.
We were having a blast. We were laughing. We were like, oh, it's just such a fun game.
So good.
I bought it immediately, the new version, and I did end up playing it later, which I'm sure I'll talk about here in a minute. So I'm not even going to talk about it right now. Skulking, great game.
Really great.
Then we played Overboss with us two and Sean and Shira and Jesse.
Yeah.
And Shira and Jesse cheated big time. Shira did win, asterisk. But Overboss is a great game.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. That's the second time I've played it. And I really enjoy the simplicity of it, and we played with the most basic rules.
Yeah.
Because there are extra things you can add in. We played with the most basic rules.
And slightly incorrectly.
Which honestly was a detriment to our enjoyment a little bit. The way we played it incorrectly was we used the big board side, even in a 4-player game, and you're not allowed to do that. So we finished the game.
It was actually 5 players, and so we ran out of tiles.
Yeah, no one finished their board because we just ran out of tiles, which was just unsatisfying.
It was just unsatisfying.
Yeah, it was fine. It was just you want to fill your board. You have plans, grandiose plans, and then you just like, wait, we have no more tiles left.
Yeah, like imagine, I don't know, Kingdomino, but like you don't have 4 of the tiles for your board. And you're like, wait, what was I building
How's
towards?
this work?
Yeah. Which I think is a really good comparison to that game. Like, I think Kingdomino and Overboss are very similar.
Yeah, they work very similarly, absolutely. Just the way they score.
I would give the edge to Kingdomino in my mind. But maybe
I want to play Overboss with the extra stuff. I think the special powers may not bring it ahead, but may make it different enough. Because the way you play it as the basic edition, they are quite similar games, just in how they played and are scored. Next, on Saturday, June 5th, we being me, I played Kingdomino with Jamie, Jeff, and Danielle on BGA. This is something you're going to see a lot throughout our recap. Kingdomino's great. I've talked about it before. I really, really, really love the BGA adaptation. I don't know. Kingdomino's not a hard game to set up. I don't know why a digital version that does it for you would be that much improved, but really, it's just so nice to just not have to go through the process, even in such a simple game as Kingdomino. We don't need to talk on Kingdomino much, but I will say Jamie did win that game. Next, we played Parks on BGA, also with Jamie and Jeff. Jamie and Jeff both really like Parks. Jeff sucks at Parks. Absolutely terrible.
I've still never played.
What?
Yeah.
He still does not know how to play, how to win. He just can't. He can't figure that strategy out. But Jamie and I were like running away with the table. I don't think I recorded scores for that game, but I had like twice as much as Jeff, and Jamie had just a little bit less than me. Like, we were far and above them. That's a good adaptation on Tabletopia. I mean, I like BGA better because it's fully automated, but that worked out quite well too.
Yeah.
Next, on Sunday, June 6th, we played Downforce with Jamie, Jeff, Danielle, and myself, and Jash.
Yeah,
we played with Jash all the way in Japan.
This was when I was on vacation.
Yeah, this is when he has never played BGA with us.
No.
You'll see how often we play BGA with Jamie and Jeff.
This was the start of the whole month.
This was the start of June of him not being here. So we played Downforce, which is the first time I'd ever played Downforce. I really liked it. I know a lot of people compare it to just entry-level race games. So something like Flamme Rouge or something like Quest for El Dorado. I really want to play Flamme Rouge, but I think I like Downforce better than Quest for El Dorado. They're different.
Play all of them.
Quest for El Dorado has more blocking and maybe a little more looking at the map ahead and planning because you have to have certain terrain types to move through.
Okay.
Whereas Downforce, you just have a certain number and that's how many spaces you move. And there's not really anything you have to plan for other than being blocked by other people. Not, if I have ores, I can't move through the desert, stuff like that. Whereas you have to in Quest for El Dorado. Really liked Downforce. I want to get it again, but the BGA adaptation
How many racing games have you played other than those?
That's it.
Really?
Okay. I mean, all I can think of.
We gotta play Formula D.
Clank is like a semi-race game, but not really. It's more of a put your legs, not a race. But I've not played Cubitos yet. I've not played Formula D or
Sheepy
Flamme
Time
Rouge.
is kind of a race game, right?
Sheepy Time's a little bit of a race. Again, same kind of concept, more of a push your luck, but still a little bit of a race. Absolutely, you're racing for certain points and whatnot, but regardless, next after that, we played Love Letter, again with Jeff, Jamie, Danielle, myself, and Jash. I have never played Love Letter above 5 or above 4, and it wildly changes it.
Really?
Have you ever played it with more than 4?
I can't remember it being wildly different. I played it, one of my fondest
like
memories.
Twice as many cards.
Yeah, I played it with a group of people right before their wedding, and so it was like 6 or 7 of us.
Did you play with like the extra cards though?
Yeah.
Like, I'd never even heard of these cards before.
Oh, like you're talking about like it's essentially like the party version of it, right? Like
Maybe.
There's a whole bunch of extra.
Yeah, there's like
characters.
an assassin and stuff like that. I have never played with that, and it was wildly different.
I love it.
I did still enjoy it. I will say Jamie was not a fan of Love Letter.
Really?
Yeah, she did not like it. I don't know if it's just because she didn't grasp it or she had a bad time, but yeah,
we're
she
not
did
on
not
the same
like
wavelength with that.
Jeff did win, and that's honestly like the only time Jeff's won so far on BGA because he really sucks. Then the next day we played Kingdomino, Draftosaurus. We played Kingdomino twice, Draftosaurus twice, and Welcome To once, all on BGA with Jeff and Jamie. Kingdomino I won twice. Welcome To I won. Draftosaurus I won one of 2.
2 was a great month for you.
I was rocking and rolling that night. Jeff did win Draftosaurus the one time, but again, he doesn't win many games, so it doesn't really matter that much.
BGA stats
I did. I
really
boosted
well.
my stats a big time. Love Kingdomino. Already talked about that. Draftosaurus is awesome. One of my favorite like little simple can finish in 15-minute games that I have. BGA adaptation is no different. It's a great little game. It just runs so smoothly.
I think it was one of the first games I ever played at your house, actually.
Probably. I love Draftosaurus. Great game. And Welcome To is one of my favorite roll and writes. This was one that grew on Jeff. He didn't think he'd like it, and we've probably played it 3 or 4 times through June.
I played it with you. It's
and
good.
he didn't think he'd like it, and actually quite enjoyed it. We ended up playing it more and quite liked it. Next on the list, you've got Friday, June 11th. We played Kingdomino, and that was just me and Jeff on my lunch break, and I beat Jeff.
Are you going in between ours trying to figure out what?
No. I'm just doing me because it's too confusing to do that.
Yeah.
June 12th, we played Silver Bullet with Danielle and myself. We played that twice. We played Skull King with Danielle, myself, and both of my parents once. And we played Destiny with Danielle and myself as well. Silver Bullet, I won 1, she won 1. Great 2-player game.
Yeah.
There's different versions, Silver Coin, Silver Dagger, but I believe they all play the very same, just new cards, and the Dagger, Coin, or Bullet play differently, but that's the only thing that's different about them. Then we had Skull King. Again, I've talked about that. Great game. My parents really loved it. I think it's one that Danielle likes, but like again, she's not big into trick taking. But my parents really got on.
Yeah.
And also,
I'm curious, did they grow up playing very many trick taking
think
games?
a little bit at least. My family's big into card games, those kind of things, or used to be at least.
It's huge around here.
Yeah,
like Kentucky is like if most people don't play board games, but
card
everyone plays
games.
card games.
Absolutely. That one was one that I think they enjoyed it even more because at the end score, my parents both had like 290 and like tied, and I had negative 130. I got absolutely smacked. Destinies, I think that was the one where we played with our kids in the background, and I needed to go cook. It was a bad time. Destinies is great. That experience was a bad time. Moving on, we've got Kingdomino, Welcome To, Draftosaurus, and this was when Danielle ran away with things and won every single one of those games on BGA with Jeff, Jamie, and myself and Danielle.
Good job,
She
Danielle.
won Kingdomino, she won Welcome To, she won Draftosaurus twice. Excellent games. Next, we played Crash Octopus with me, you, and Danielle. Great game. Love
crap.
Crash Octopus.
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, such a fun experience.
If you like, and this is going to sound dumb, but if you like miniature golf, this is the board game for you.
I can see that. There is
fantastic.
a board game called Mars Open though, which is like mini golf flicking, and I do want that
No.
game. Yeah, I know, I want it. Anyways, we're gonna look it up after this.
Oh my gosh.
Then,
What is it called?
Mars Open. Yeah.
Mars Open.
Then we played Silver Bullet. You beat me in Silver Bullet,
my gosh.
actually.
I got so lucky.
And I did pick up a couple rules mistakes we had made in the past games of Silver Bullet that I've then hence corrected. So now we're playing it correctly. Then we played Sheepy Time with both me, you, and Danielle.
And you ran away with that.
I ran away with that game, hopped the fence. My little sheep was just going and going. I was
It's like
dreaming
a
and
cute
dreaming.
Game.
It is.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I really like Sheepy Time a lot, more than I thought I would. Then, I'm curious about this one a little bit. We played Unmatched Cobble and Fog.
Yeah.
I played as the Dracula, and you played as Sherlock Holmes. I've played Unmatched before. I do think that was one of my favorite experiences. I think that the Cobble and Fog characters are just plain out better than the first box edition.
Mm-hmm.
I do still love like Bruce Lee's one of my favorites. But what did you think about this one?
I thought it was great. Yeah. I genuinely love. I mean, you guys know my love for skirmish games, but this one, the experience I had, and I want to play many of the other characters just to see if it's all like this. But the experience I had was unique to skirmish games because I played a character that was. It was almost like a cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
Where I was running the whole time away from you because your character just needed to get up beside me.
Yeah, my special ability was if I'm next to you at the start of my turn, I deal 1 damage.
And you get health back.
Yeah.
I think.
I drew a card.
You drew a card for it, which is
still good. Yeah.
Huge in this game. And all of my things were mainly not straight on attacks. It was like getting you... Like guessing what you had.
Yeah,
like
you had Watson back there firing 6 damage gunshots at me.
I was basically just sprinting around the map.
Watson, shoot!
Watson! And he's like trying to aim. No, it was really fun. And I had a blast doing it. I don't know if I played him well because in the end, I think I only got you to like half health and you just.
I had a couple cards that allowed me to rejuvenate some health, and I had a massive 9 damage attack when you had no defense cards left in your hand.
Yeah.
I mean, you still had like 7 HP, and then I just whopped you because you had nothing to defend with, and that was game over.
Yeah.
I really like it. Next, we played Point Salad, just a 2-player game of Point Salad. Yeah. Another game that I really didn't think I'd like that much. I mean, I was hoping to like it. I've heard good things, but it's honestly become like my very favorite just real quick, like, play filler game. I mean, you can talk about Draftosaurus and you can talk about Kingdomino. I think Point Salad is easier to teach than those. I mean, Point Salad is so simple, and it's really fun, too.
I would compare it to, like, Biblios. Biblios is very similar in my mind, and so is Sushi Go Party.
Yeah, I can see that.
Both of those, if you like those sort of games,
you're drafting, trying to stop other people from getting certain things and looking at, but
might
really
be
it's
even
just
easier than that.
I think so.
I love those games.
I think so. So good. Then we played Viticulture Essential Edition with just Danielle and myself, 2-player game. Really loved that experience. Danielle whopped me in that one. Then we played Viticulture Essential Edition the very following day, and I ended up winning that one. We got a gameplay of that, so you can hear our final thoughts on Viticulture in there. But in short, we all three really did enjoy that game. Moving on, we played Kingdomino and Welcome To online. This was with Jeff and Jamie and Danielle again. Jamie won Kingdomino, I won Welcome To. Then we played Viticulture Essential Edition online with Jeff and Jamie. This was a really fun one because Danielle absolutely hated me for like 24 hours after we played this game. She was actually trying the strategy of not making wine orders at all. Oh. She did not want to make wine orders one bit. And I think if she came into the game with that strategy, she would have won. She didn't start it until about halfway through. And on the very last turn, I was able to like fulfill 2 orders and not 2, but I was able to fulfill an order and bypass her. I ended with like 23. She had 20 exactly or whatever. But she did a really cool strategy. I don't know. She came with that on her own. It was great, but great game. Then Kingdomino again, once again with Jeff, Danielle, Jamie, and myself. And actually, that was a really garbage experience for me. I drafted the worst tiles in the world, and Jeff ran away with it, which means it was even worse. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk about the games that you played. I need to drink some water. My mouth is dry. I'm parched.
Let's see. Okay, so Anomia, Taco Cat, Go Cheese, Quacks, Okay, so finally get to when right before I leave for vacation, I actually met up with one of my students who is going to the Marines, and so his favorite game is Zombicide. Okay. My favorite game is Zombicide. So we set up a massive board and played for 3 hours, and it was a great game, great experience. He and I are both fans of setting up your own scenario. So, like, you take all of the pieces and you take what you love about different campaigns and putting them together, and you create this massive board, and you go. And we played, and it was a great way to, like, send him off. Great game.
That's awesome.
I'm really excited to finally play that with you.
Yeah, I've still never played it. Sorry, I'm getting all my pops out now.
Oh, you're good to
go. We're ready.
And then also, right before I left, I wanted to try to get a game in by myself, because I wanted to learn how to play this game, because eventually I hope to play this with you, is Massive Darkness, which is actually also made by...
Okay.
Yeah,
Simon.
It's a Simon game, and it's actually similar in nature to Zombicide in the way that you can play everything separate. You could just go into the game, or you can play through a campaign. And I think there's a little bit more of a campaign in this game because the characters that you throw on the board are a lot more. I don't know. There's from reading the campaign, it seems a lot more in depth than Zombicide is. But this game is very, very similar to Zombicide.
Really?
So much so that there's like carryover. Like you can actually.
Is it something that you feel like deserves to be in your collection, or having played them both?
Yes, but for one reason and one reason alone, which is that I can use the characters from Massive Darkness in Zombicide.
Okay.
So it'll stay, but probably mainly for that.
Okay.
So
you're probably not really gonna play Massive Darkness all that much.
Not much.
Okay.
And I might even just use the tile, like all the pieces from it, and never play that game.
Right. Sure. That's cool that that's a possibility though.
Yeah. I like that a lot. And then I went on vacation, and on vacation I went with Emily's parents and her and I. And so we played some games together. Some games I played by myself because when I'm on vacation, I played board games. I want to enjoy myself. And so we played, let's see. Wait, where is it? Here we go. We played Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza a lot. And Emily won pretty much every single time we played. I only have 2 on here, but I need to actually put it in there probably like 3 or 4 more times.
Okay.
We played Filler Bust a lot, which is
Never played that
is a very simple press your luck game.
Okay.
You draw a card. The card tells you how many points you get if you fill, and you roll your dice and you try to do what is called a fill, or you bust.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a very, very, very simple. But if you're a person who's looking for a game that is you're going to use with a group of people that aren't really board game people,
that might be the one.
This is the game to
go.
Tattoo Stories we played on vacation. Now this
Eric
is a game,
Slauson.
Yeah, that is all about drawing, and people. The whole only thing that comes in the game is markers, dry erase boards, and nouns. And that's pretty much it. And the person who's the judge, kind of like the apples to apples idea, where one person draws a bunch of cards and then you play something, they will come up with a tattoo conglomeration of ideas, just like any person going into a tattoo parlor, and they play 5 nouns or 5 ideas for a tattoo, and they say, I want all of these together, which is just like a tattoo parlor.
Right.
And then everybody else has to take all of that and draw them all. And the reason I like this game is not at the end that person picks their favorite. Like, because that's like every one of those games. They actually give each of those cards, each of those nouns or ideas to the person that did that specific idea.
Okay, the best. Okay.
And so you can, I think there's a lot of freedom in that, knowing I don't want to get all of these, but I want at least 1 or 2.
Right.
And so let's pick 2 of them to
focus on.
Sure. And we'll throw the rest of those in there, just like if you've watched any tattoo show or if you're a tattoo artist. That is exactly how all of that's done, because they only have a certain amount of time and space on your arm, and there's no way that they're going to blend.
In the comments be like, excuse me, I do it all?
Yeah, sure.
Hey,
but
I believe you. This is on him.
There's no way that you can fit that person's grandma, the day that their dad died, a slice of pizza, and a lightning strike well into one thing. But people ask for that kind of stuff. Sorry if that's your tattoo out there. Show me a picture. Anyway, so that's Tattoo Stories. Great party game.
I want to play that one. I've played Monstrosity by the same guy. Loved Monstrosity, so I'd like to try that one too.
This
is not my time to talk. I am sorry.
You're good. You're fine. The day I got back, I forgot 2 games that I played by myself on vacation. One of which turned into one of my favorite games ever, which is Mice and Mystics.
Yep.
Great game.
Yep.
Played it consistently at least 2 or 3 nights in a row when everybody went to bed.
Wow.
I stayed up late playing this game. Fantastic. Oh my gosh. If I like it that much, I've only played it solo. If I like it that much, I guarantee you I will love this game with other people.
I'm excited.
It is incredible. The story is the cutest thing ever.
I'm excited to try that one.
So I did that, and then I played Dice and Dragons. Have you heard of this game?
Dice and Dragons.
So here, this
sounds really
this is controversial because the guy who made this game, people don't like. He doesn't fulfill Kickstarters very well. People don't get refunds. Like he does. There's actually a game that fulfilled, and he still hasn't shipped to people, and he's already gone on like 2 or 3 other games, and it's just like one of those things where people don't like him at all.
Good.
But I bought this game at Gen Con before I knew who this guy was.
Right.
And I like this game. I actually like it. It's a dice rolling game, and you are a D&D style character with a Yahtzee looking board where if you roll this, it gets you that. If you roll that, it gets you this attack, and so on and so forth.
Don't you own Dice Throne?
Yeah.
And you've never played
No.
it? You've talked multiple times
This is a
tonight
co-op
about
game, though.
Dice
And I can play it by myself. Can I play Dice Throne by myself?
I don't know, but we need to play Dice Throne.
We do.
Bring it over sometime.
It's on my list of I
Bring
have
it
to
and
play.
we'll do something because I want to play it again.
Cool. Well, I played this game, loved it. It's a simple if you play it co-op or solo, you're just facing a dragon every single time. Very fun. And then when we got back, I played Marvel Villainous for the first time. And Emily won this game. I played it with two friends, Amber and Wesley. We hadn't seen them forever.
So you played this at 4.
I played this at 4.
And you loved it.
I loved it. I thought it was great. To
But
be fair, I
people
went into
hate this game.
I did go into it knowing that and thinking this is going to be bad.
So you had a good enough experience that it surpassed all expectations.
Yes. And I think that it's different enough in terms of the player interaction that I honestly think this is the best way to play more than 2-player Villainous.
And maybe that is the case. Maybe it is better than normal Villainous at above 2-player counts.
Because I think Villainous by itself, don't play more than 2.
Maybe
max 3.
Yeah, maybe 3.
I really think it's best at 2 because you can honestly, even just the way the fate works, you can one
Extend
person
the
kind of
game
get
super long.
Yeah,
too.
and one person can feel like they're kind of getting picked on.
Oh yeah,
especially early on. But Villainous Marvel, there's so much player interaction. So much so, you're sending characters to other people's boards to be the hero section on their board, and it's really fun. It's a really neat game. I think that I guess it's been over dramatized how bad it is, in my opinion.
Okay. I know a lot of people talk about the production quality being a lot worse too.
I didn't really get that.
Really?
I don't know.
I'll happily try it with you. I'm not a huge Marvel person, but I'll happily try it with you.
Yeah. All right, and then on to my next page, we played
all the things we talked about.
Yeah.
Silver Bullet, Sheepy Time, the
Crash
Unmatched,
Octopus.
Crash Octopus, whatever.
We had a really good night.
That was a good gaming night. Yeah, absolutely.
And then, Choose Your Own Adventure game I played finally. I've actually, this would be my 3rd time playing it, but I played it with a person who is really into storytelling stuff, and I wanted to give it to them by the end of it. We didn't finish it, and he was like, "You keep it for now, and then when we finish it, whatever, I'll take it." But that is such a good if you're into just having a fun story told around a table, it's a great game. It's funny, it's well written. There are parts where if you're into this, you can have voices for the characters and make it even more fun. I really think that this is ideal for families because it's the gameplay mechanics
super
are
simple.
Simple. But the story is fun, and making the choices of what do you do next? Do you follow the go up the mountain, or do you follow the smoke inside of the cave? And what happens next, what you encounter, can be wildly ridiculous, and it's really, really funny and fun. The way that each of them ends is kind of sudden. I don't know, it feels weird, but at the same time, I think that there's I don't want to get this wrong, but I've encountered at least 15 different endings, but I know that there's gotta be
more,
80 to 90. It's an insane amount of endings. And then let's see, I played Flashpoint by myself because I was gonna call, and I was like, I want to play it one more time before I get rid of it, and
still cold.
I like it. And then I played recently. I re-downloaded Star Realms Frontiers.
Oh, okay.
And have been getting into that.
Really?
Just, when I'm bored and, packed all of my stuff away and I need something to do.
That's true. You need digital implementations right now.
Yeah.
Railroad Ink app is great. I don't log my online. Well, I do if they're with other people, like the Jamie and Jeff Board Game Arena, but I don't log my app plays like chess and Railroad Ink and stuff like that. But I've played a lot of Railroad Ink Challenge Edition lately.
We should play.
App that just came out.
Can you play together?
Or
is it just solo?
I don't know. I think it's probably just solo. But regardless, it's a very good adaptation. It is gorgeous and so well done. So I love that game.
And looking over this, I've definitely played a lot. I hope that I have a better month next month. It's just there's been a lot that's
a lot going on.
Yeah. But I'm glad that I've been able to sneak these in.
Yeah. For sure. Is that it for you?
That is it for me.
That's our monthly wrap up. Maybe Doolin will edit this and put down who won how many, but it really doesn't count. See, that's the problem. Like when Jeff and Jamie do this, they got a competition going on.
Yeah.
We play with not each other more than we do play with each other. Let's go back and look at just the games we played with each other, and then we can calculate. So let's see.
Okay, we'll do this real fast.
We'll do this real quick. We
It's
played.
on mine.
I know. I'm
It's
looking.
easier.
So I won Biblios. Taco Cat.
Just us two?
Just us two.
Oh, man.
Oh no, with other people too.
Okay.
But as long as we're both there.
What about Anomia and Taco?
So I won one.
Okay.
I won two. You won one.
Okay. I won Quacks.
Then we go to mine because that was the only day I missed. Where are you here? Where are you here? Where are you here? We did not play each other.
Right here.
I won 3. You won 2. I won 4. I won 5. I won 6. I won 7.
Oh my gosh.
7-2, baby.
Yeah, you destroyed me this month. Which is funny because we've joked forever that like
You beat me.
I beat you all the time.
Now, the one day that you came over was hey, I'm going to teach you 5 games and we're going to play.
Mm-hmm.
So
And he won 4 out of the 5.
Yeah, but like it was a day for games that I had played prior and you hadn't. So that I'll give you a little asterisk there. But regardless, I also kicked Jeff's butt this month. Danielle kicked Jeff's butt this month. Regardless, the right people won, the right people lost. So thank you for watching. As always, like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and let us know what you think about these. Hopefully, in the future, we'll have more games where we've played and can kind of do a little more of a competition involved. But for this month, with things being so differently, we wanted to get this started, not wait a whole another month to do this. But it is a weird month. June's been weird, but we hope things get back a little to normal. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
May the better
you.
man win July.
It's gonna be me then. It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be July.
Oh, okay.